David escaped through a window in the night. He fled to Samuel at Rama. Saul sent men to capture him, but the Spirit of God fell upon them, and they prophesied. Saul sent more men, and the same thing happened. Finally Saul himself went, and even he was overcome by the Spirit. David escaped again. But now the question burned. Could he ever return to normal life? He came to Jonathan in secret. "What have I done?" David asked. "What is my crime? How have I wronged your father that he is trying to kill me?" Jonathan could not believe it. "Never," he said. "My father does nothing great or small without letting me know. Why would he hide this from me? It is not so." David took an oath. "Your father knows very well that I have found favor in your eyes. He has said to himself, 'Jonathan must not know this, or he will be grieved.' Yet as surely as the Lord lives, and as you live, there is only a step between me and death." Jonathan's voice grew quiet. "Whatever you want me to do, I will do for you." David laid out his plan. "Tomorrow is the new moon feast, and I am supposed to dine with the king. But let me go and hide in the field until the evening of the third day. If your father misses me at all, tell him I asked your permission to hurry to Bethlehem for an annual sacrifice with my whole clan. If he says, 'Very well,' then I am safe. But if he loses his temper, you will know he is determined to harm me." Jonathan agreed. He added a promise. "If I had the least inkling that my father was determined to harm you, would I not tell you?" David asked, "Who will tell me if your father answers you harshly?" "Come," Jonathan said, "let us go out into the field." They walked together beyond the town, beyond the walls, into the open land where only the wind and grass could hear them. Jonathan spoke solemnly. "By the Lord, the God of Israel, I will surely sound out my father by this time the day after tomorrow. If he is favorably disposed toward you, will I not send you word and let you know? But if my father intends to harm you, may the Lord deal with Jonathan, be it ever so severely, if I do not let you know and send you away in peace. May the Lord be with you as he has been with my father." Then Jonathan asked for a promise in return. "Show me unfailing kindness like the Lord's kindness as long as I live, so that I may not be killed. And do not ever cut off your kindness from my family, not even when the Lord has cut off every one of David's enemies from the face of the earth." So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David. The plan was set. David would hide by a stone called Ezel. Jonathan would come out on the third day and shoot arrows. If he told his boy to fetch arrows on the near side, David would be safe to return. If he said the arrows were beyond the boy, David must flee. The new moon feast arrived. Saul sat at his usual place by the wall. Jonathan sat across from him. Abner sat beside the king. But David's place was empty. Saul said nothing the first day. He thought, something must have happened to David. He is ceremonially unclean. The second day, David's place was still empty. Saul turned to Jonathan. "Why has the son of Jesse not come to the meal either yesterday or today?" Jonathan gave the answer they had rehearsed. "David earnestly asked me for permission to go to Bethlehem. He said, 'Let me go, because our family is observing a sacrifice in the town, and my brother has ordered me to be there. If I have found favor in your eyes, let me get away to see my brothers. That is why he has not come to the king's table.'" Saul's anger burned against Jonathan. "You son of a perverse and rebellious woman! Do I not know that you have sided with the son of Jesse to your own shame and to the shame of the mother who bore you? As long as the son of Jesse lives on this earth, neither you nor your kingdom will be established. Now send someone to bring him to me, for he must die." Jonathan answered his father, "Why should he be put to death? What has he done?" Saul hurled his spear at his own son to kill him. Then Jonathan knew. His father's intention was fixed. Jonathan rose from the table in fierce anger. He did not eat anything that second day of the feast because he was grieved at his father's shameful treatment of David. In the morning, Jonathan went out to the field at the time agreed upon. He took a small boy with him. "Run and find the arrows I shoot," he told the boy. As the boy ran, Jonathan shot an arrow beyond him and called out, "Is not the arrow beyond you? Hurry, go quickly, do not stop." The boy gathered the arrows and brought them back, knowing nothing. Only Jonathan and David knew what those words meant. Jonathan sent the boy away. After the boy was gone, David came out from the south side of the stone. He bowed down before Jonathan 3 times with his face to the ground. Then they kissed each other and wept together, but David wept the most. Jonathan said, "Go in peace, for we have sworn friendship with each other in the name of the Lord. The Lord is witness between you and me, and between your descendants and my descendants forever." David left. Jonathan went back to the town. 2 friends, 2 futures. One torn from the palace, one bound to remain. David walked away from everything he had known. His rank, his wife, his place at the king's table, his friend who loved him like a brother. The wilderness waited. So did the long years of hiding. But the covenant remained. The Lord stood witness. And in that hidden promise was the seed of a loyalty that neither jealousy nor distance could destroy. In the next episode, David will seek refuge among enemies, gather a band of outcasts, and learn to survive in the caves and hills while Saul relentlessly pursues him. If this story moved you, please consider subscribing and sharing.